we're going to discuss the popular threads that have been pushing for this week, and we do have hashtag funny face. I did see the video with Hafiz, and I mean, I think we both had our own comments and our thoughts in our heads. Also, we have the Chubbing MCE, and we also have Jay-Z. We also have funny face. Okay, I've mentioned funny face and Kwame Eugene. So because Kwame Eugene happens to be Mami Aba's favorite, I think she'll be the one to take the lead on him. Hafiz, don't say a word.
We are not starting with him, right?
Don't say a word.
Are we starting with him?
No.
Yeah,
Hafiz said he's going to issue a restraining order, and looking at that, yes. So just quickly before we jump onto the Jobbing MCE, have you guys heard that Nam1 there's an arrest out for him?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday, and I'm like, finally.
Were you praying for that?
I wasn't praying for it, but it's like, you do not scam a lot of people out of hundreds of Ghana cedis and be walking about freely. It's like,
it doesn't happen.
It doesn't. It's not supposed to happen. I mean, it's been long. It has been long in coming.
But my own is, after they put him in prison or in jail, is he actually going to pay the money?
Well, question for the gods.
Did you invest in it?
No.
Okay.
Did you?
No.
I know a couple of people actually.
I also know people who did.
I know people who actually lost their lives. Sad. Yeah, but I don't know why the wait. Why did they?
Why did it take so
long to issue an arrest warrant? Now, I don't know, because if you are presented with such, a document,
and there's evidence,
you ought to make yourself available. But I don't know. Anyway.
But you remember some time ago he was held up in Dubai for a very long time.
Yes. Before he came down, yes.
Was it the one that Interpol had to intervene or something?
Stuff like that. And there was even talk of the fact that some assets got frozen. And
yes.
So what happened to those frozen assets?
I thought
it was going to be liquidated and people were going to be paid or something.
Something out of it.
That's the official account. But when you listen to people on the ground, it's something else. Okay,
yeah.
They keep getting new versions of stories every now and then.
How long has it been now? How long has it been?
Each time they give them a date, they miss the
yes.
How long has it been? Since when did this whole?
It's quite some. Yes, we can say. Except more than 2. It's more than 2.
Since 20 or 20?
It's more than 2 years. Yeah, it's been more than 2 years since this whole thing started. I mean, it's very sad. I just find that the restraining order the arrest was issued because he failed to show up for court.
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, I think
that was why the arrest issues was. So I'm just thinking. So naturally, nobody thinks it's okay to actually just get this man and bring him. Because people's money are just not found.
Yeah, that. Me too. I agree, because if people's cash and everything is nowhere to be found in the first place, you should be arrested. So
the thing is, in the initial stages of the whole scheme, Ponzi scheme or not,
really scheme.
Is that a Ponzi
scheme?
Well, of course, that was
so it's a scam.
Others actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right.
I enjoyed whatever it is he was offering, and besides, something else gave him legitimacy because he got this number of people because of the sort of persons he was associated.
Yes, the connections he had. That's
exactly.
true.
So let's say you find him rolling around with the high and mighty in society. Of course, you're going to feel what he's doing is legitimate.
It's legit, yeah.
And so for some, they get roped into it. See him roll with
it's big people, yes.
Especially when he met the president.
Also,
yeah.
So I was trying to avoid that, but
nobody is out there. I mean, yeah.
So it's not like, okay, so all these people that he was rolling with,
did they not
he
know?
Signed celebrities on
you
all
know
these things. So it's a giant
it's a package altogether. Yeah.
It's a giant pile of mess. And if we are really going to do a thorough work, then it means you're going to have a lot of people getting implicated.
And such people will not want to be implicated. Exactly. Yeah.
Knowingly or unknowingly. I mean, at some point he was sponsoring the Ghana Premier League.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
He really did a lot of things.
Had foundations all over and a couple of.
Yes. And when people, I remember when Israeli or Johnny.
I went to London. Yes.
Yeah, started asking questions.
You should see the bashing.
He was. I mean, the
guy was
man doing stuff, and you are trying to pull him down.
So he's a hater and blah blah blah.
He got all kinds of.
Oh, he did
names and
everything.
This whole issue sort of
little did they know that the questions he was asking, they'll be asking themselves.
Well, genuine, I know, right? But anyway,
well, we hope this arrest that has been sent out, we hope they do find him in the first place. And actually,
the arrest warrant is because he didn't show up in court. That's just it.
doesn't make sense. But this is where we find ourselves.
Anyway.
Okay, so Hafiz, you remember in school you guys used to vote for SRC president and all those things. I think everybody here has actually experienced that. The cases where some people paid, some people. You said?
I don't know what that's about.
SRC president.
Those things.
No, so you were not, for lack of a better word, patriotic in school.
What has patriotism got to do? Patriotism is
so you did you never voted in school for any of the executive.
Why?
I wasn't interested in student politics.
Okay.
Not at all. Even in national politics, to be honest.
Have you voted before?
The last election I didn't. I voted like once. I think that was under Tamils.
Okay. Guy needs to be locked up.
I mean, I didn't vote in the last elections as well.
Right.
So
But at least you voted more than Hafiz.
I voted
More than
because
once.
I got there, sometimes even
the queue
is organized. I got there and one guy was shouting up and I left.
at you, or he was just shouting at the people generally.
Yeah, I don't know why actually some people do like they carry that
Was he
day
shouting
as
at
if
you?
Apparently he was sent to disrupt the election. That was that polling station.
So what was he? Was he shouting at you or at?
My uncle was on the ballot, so that was the only reason I went. I went there to try to vote, and I had to push. I said, "Nah, this is not me."
can't do that stuff.
You can't do. So you didn't even vote for him.
No, I was out.
You just expose yourself.
No, everybody knows it. It's an open secret in the family. So.
Right.
Your uncle knows you didn't even vote for him.
I showed up. That's all.
He didn't get the chance. He showed up, but he didn't get the chance to. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, sure, why? At least you made an effort. Yeah.
You're actually proud of yourself that you made an effort.
I made an effort.
You just went and then you went back to your house.
At least it didn't end up like that MP that didn't get any votes from his constituency, including his family and stuff like.
I mean, what? No, it's like if I don't believe in your cause, even if you're my dad,
At least it's better. Some members of the family voted for the guy, so yeah, that guy realized that he was the only one who voted for himself.
So we're looking at the Trabing MC. Have you guys seen the video?
Yeah, Charlie. Guy said they should give it.
If I'm just give one word, just one word to describe it, what word would you pick?
Honestly, I haven't thought about it. I haven't thought about a word actually, but it's it's bizarre actually. But these things happen.
Even at the national level.
The sort of thing. I mean, he's so patriotic to the extent that he wants to serve badly that he's paying people to vote for him. So.
You know.
He's actually.
But it happens. It's a thing in politics.
So many plans for driving.
You know, literally.
No, but why are we surprised? Why are we surprised about this?
No,
what do you mean? I'm not surprised. It's the way he's demanding his money.
Yeah, that one there. That one to you, that exclusive.
I give you money to render a service, and you don't render the service. Give me American money.
But you know the number of people who have been paid to do something, and if they've not done it.
They don't want to take back their money.
So
he wants to take back his money.
You are supposed to the fact that Massa, take your money. You
see, it's good and bad in a way.
Okay.
It's good in the sense that he's been taught a better lesson that you don't get to buy people. Okay. I mean, if we don't want you, we don't want you. And so it's good he's been given a very chilling reminder that even with the money he spends, there are limits. You can't buy our conscience.
Yeah.
So it's good in
that sense. Okay.
But it's bad in the sense that they are also not any better. Those that took the bribe.
Why would you take the money?
So,
if you know you would do it.
Yes. I mean, I can't imagine just looking at you and don't worry, I'll vote for you. And then
meanwhile, you know in your head, you won't vote.
And I think the votes was, 10 to 15. Yes, 10 yeses and 15 no's. So that was it. And the people weren't having it because, I mean, if you look at this issue of the appointment of the MCEs, it's something that has taken longer than necessary.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
And I think Joabin was the last to confirm an MC, and they turn around and did that. So I mean, assembly members had to sneak out one way or the other after the whole result. People there in the constituency were not having it. They were actually
security was actually tight.
Yes,
I heard so.
This is something that it wasn't even the first time. I think that was like the second time they went and. It happened that they still didn't have an MC. So
was that the one where they changed the original minister, the MP?
No.
Okay.
So they're like, look, we need to accelerate development, and you need an MC to champion
to do that.
Right.
Because I mean, work is at a snail's pace at the moment, and we need to get this out of the way. And you guys, I mean, just simply confirm, you know, the president's appointee and everything. You guys you know, seem to be dragging your feet. So, and look, this shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. It's just a scintilla. It's just you know, an indication of what the sort of things that happen behind closed doors. Yeah, but at the end of the day,
I don't think right now the public will say they are unaware of these things happening.
These things. I mean, we've always heard rumors and everything. This is just one of those situations.
That has actually been taped and is out there.
Yes, and you realize, I mean, this was a man that was really pissed. He must have spent
a lot. I don't think he gave them 100 cedis each or something.
Politics is not cheap around these parts.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you don't even get it. It's the sort of politics we practice that is leading to so many of these problems that we see. Because if I have to spend so much money to get into office, obviously I'm going to put my hands into places that
you need to recoup. Yes,
you need to replace. Charlie, do you know the number of money he's borrowed?
it's a very sad development if we are being serious. Yes. But then again, like I said, there's a good side to it all. It's to tell him that, well, your money has legs.
I would actually be happy if this was done on the national level.
Where what? Someone will be caught?
Those who actually give bags of rice and oils and distribute those things
rice
just for them.
With their posters.
No, but you see, with the national level, because the numbers are huge, so it's very difficult for you to determine who voted and who didn't vote, or a number of people who didn't vote.
No, as in for the people to say, despite the fact that you have given me something, I'm not voting. I know they give, but Charlie, Maud, you take your money.
Oh, yeah.
You follow them to their homes and collect your money.
What do you mean?
And they're not willing to give you your money, so what's
your
beef?
She said,
so where persuasion fails?
Force is applied.
And then you break the law and then you get arrested.
In government.
But it's hand go, hand come. My hand has gone.
Your hand
didn't
come. So are you justifying his actions?
I'm saying it's bad
to bribe.
I mean, you don't have to bribe people. Bribery in all of its meanings is a terrible thing to do. I mean, it's a crime actually.
Yeah. Yep.
But when you come to normal human relations, I mean, obviously he won't get his money back.
Right.
So that is just him venting.
I don't know who is actually going to take that money if they have not even spent it yet.
Yeah, so it's like, even if they haven't spent it, there's no way they are giving that money back. But I feel like that's just him venting. I mean, he has to pour his frustrations out somehow.
Like Harvey said, it would be a lot of money for him to vent that much.
Well,
I don't think
even look at the way electorates behave over here. Now, in where I come from, in the local language, now sometimes politicians have recounted how they go to, tell people, just try to speak to them, sell their ideas to them, and they'll look you dead in the face and tell you, look, alkawali nyeri. And when someone says alkawali, it means promise. I promised maybe candidate A I was going to vote him.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to turn my back on him. And no matter what you sell to him or her,
they won't buy.
Change their head. Yeah.
So for such people, what do you do? So you have a lot of them going above and beyond, and that's where bribery comes
into it, because you have to find a way to convince him.
Yes, and because poverty is so endemic in some of these areas, then it's the only language they speak.
Money, it's a solution.
So it's a sad thing, but you have people that vote like that. Oh, I made a promise to someone, I intend keeping it.
Yeah.
It doesn't care what exactly it is you are bringing to the table.
Well,
Maud is still going for money. Hafiz, would you have gone back for your money?
I haven't said I'm going for money.
I said, would you? You said you will go back for your money if you were you.
Politics aside, if I give somebody money to do something for me and they don't do it, I will go for my money.
Okay. Is it like the person rendering you a service?
I just
something
said
like that?
Politics aside.
Okay.
If I give you money
to do something for me.
To do something for me.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Legitimate.
And you.
Yeah, like telling them, like, I'm giving you money, go and steal this thing from me.
It's like you guys are trying to get me to say that maybe it can be illegitimate. I don't do illegal stuff.
Really? Okay.
I am just saying.
So in this case, it's illegal.
Yeah.
I'm a very
law-abiding citizen.
When I give someone money to do a legitimate
thing. I know why you're trying to qualify the sentence.
Why are you even paying?
I'm just shocked.
I'm just saying.
So maybe like a carpenter to you know.
Yes, and he doesn't do it. I'll go and take my money.
Nowadays is normal. Nowadays everybody knows that.
So next trend, please.
Okay, next trend is your baby, Kwame Eugene.
Well, I would say
Hafiz, why?
there are two sides to every story.
Okay.
You know.
Really?
Can we please turn his mic off?
Don't worry, I allow him. He's Hafiz
I would say that there are two sides to every story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the lady sent the song to him to actually, how do we even say it? People write songs for people.
Yeah.
So it could have been maybe she sends a song to him that, oh, I have the song, I think you'd be perfect on it. Or maybe she sent it to him to help her record, push it and all of that. And then whatever happened. So this is her side. We haven't heard his side. So until that happens, I mean, we cannot judge him. But then again, if what the lady is saying is true, then Kwame Eugene is a terrible person.
God bless you.
Hafiz.
And then all of this brings into mind copyrights. It's like then you are thinking, how do copyright laws work?
Yeah.
Do creative people actually know about copyrights? Are they educated on their copyright rights? Because if this is a song she had registered under her name, then she could sue in court. But for all you know, she just made it and then just decided to. So then you've made the song, but it's not yours because you don't have it registered.
But then still, I mean,
But that's what I'm saying. If what she's saying is true, if it was like, oh, Kwame Eugene, I have this song and I want you to help me push it. Or maybe you could play it for Richie Mensah so that maybe he could try me out and maybe sign me possibly.
And then
he decided to go record it. Then he's a terrible person. And I feel like if she has the money, she should sue in court.
Straight up. I think if she doesn't have the money, if she actually decides to put this out there that she wants to sue, she get people who will back up.
Well, she decided to be petty. I don't know. I feel like...
Why would you say petty?
What she did was
genius.
But it was being petty.
It borders
on the line of being petty. It's like he stole my song. I'm stealing his video concept. It's just like saying somebody didn't say happy birthday to me, so I also won't say happy birthday to them. But if she's actually serious about taking action based on if her side of the story is true, she should sue in court. Because this is my property. You cannot steal my property.
Thank you.
I don't know why the silence and the clearing of throats. Like, you guys were expecting me to be flying the flag for Kwame Eugene. No,
we didn't say anything now.
Being a bad person is being a bad person, irrespective of whatever. So if he has done a bad thing, irrespective of how much I love him and his music, we have to call him out on it.
That's true. But he has not come out to say anything.
That is what I'm saying. There are two sides to every story. So until he come out to say,
ABC.
This is my side, all we have is the lady's side.
But so far, now that he has not come out, would you say it confirms what the lady said is true?
I don't know. Even in the courts of law, they say a person is innocent until proven guilty. So, because what I know Kwame Eugene does is he samples other people's music.
No, but on a more serious note, to be very honest, we don't want sampling. We know people do sampling. I mean, but it's
sampling and there's what Kwame Eugene does.
Exactly. That's Kwame Eugene style.
Okay, what do you call what Kwame Eugene does?
He's a sampler. He's not a musician. Let's get something straight. Look, you see, I've listened to Maud struggle to, tiptoe around.
Fine-tuning.
Basically, she's walking on eggshells trying to defend it. Okay.
I mean, Kwame Eugene doesn't even know me. I can just sit here and say whatever I want.
She's trying to protect. She's trying to protect her baby.
And I get it. We all have blind spots. So
that's a blind spot.
No.
Okay, you relax.
Just
relax.
Should we get you a bottle of water?
Let's hear you.
So I get it with all the if clauses up and down. But here's the thing. Kwame Eugene, it's not his first time of being accused of doing something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's not his first rodeo.
You said accused though.
Oh, please. Constant accusations. It was like...
Were any of them proving?
What happened to that Nigerian guy that came to...
It's not his first time.
Proving.
I think he's had
Where's the
not,
evidence?
Not less than 4 accusations of
people thrown. Yes,
and not just that. We've heard his works. Every now and then
You
you're
know,
listening to his work and you hear like
there was a song he did. I literally heard the song in a different, not knowing that song was even out a long time, and he actually had done this one in English.
So you see, when he does these things, okay, and somebody comes out to accuse him of it. Now at some point you're going to be like, nah, come on, like,
aren't you tired?
And yes, exactly. Seriously, I mean, she just comes out to accuse you. Why? Because of your good looks, please. Like, who does that? So, for me, it's... I mean, she wakes up in the entire industry. She just like, Kwame Eugene,
You're the target?
Come on.
Okay, one of the cases whereby, because that is something that comes to him.
There's something, nothing wrong with sampling. Okay? At least, there's this saying that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And that couldn't be more true. Sometimes, I mean, it's flattering to know someone is actually, getting onto your stuff. But the story around the whole thing is just so murky. So the girl says that, okay, she wanted you to jump on the track. 2-3 months later, she hears something similar and it's coming from your camp. And even as she's saying all these things, they decided to mute. Well, for me, Kwame Eugene, for me, is one artist that has a great voice. Okay? Now, probably there's something that we are not seeing. Okay? It's okay to have ghostwriters. It's okay to actually hop on someone's track and actually do very well with it. I mean, we've seen DJs that DJ Khaled has basically made a name for himself in music and not even singing anything on anything. Just because what? He has artists doing stuff for him.
Yeah, we the best.
Yeah. And he's producing hits after hits doing that. Okay, what's the name? Basketmouth recently signed a contract. And he's looking at doing something similar, basically. Because I'm not sure. But I hear he started out as an artist or something.
Yeah, as a rapper.
Yeah, as a rapper. So there are so many ways you can play this thing. Okay? But this whole idea of picking and it's the reason for some of us, like, to be honest with you, like, when you hear Kwame Eugene, okay, oh, there's a new track, Kwame, you wait like 2-3 months before you get excited because these issues might actually pop up. Yes. You just sit somewhere and you hear it's like clockwork. You just know someone somewhere is going to accuse him of, stealing the song. And you see, what's his name? Stoneboy recently had an interview. And he said he was thinking of doing a remix. He spoke to Alpha Blondie, doing a remix on Jerusalem. I was like, wow. Someone should call Kwame Eugene. That's how things work. Like,
no, really.
You don't just get up and start. It's not the first time. Okay, even entertainment pundits have said this over and over. There's this popular guy on UTV. Is it Arnold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it every now and then. Like,
about what, Kwame Eugene?
Yes. About, hopping on tracks and not even asking for permission. Sometimes, like, really, like, the least you can do is... Okay,
but, I mean, okay, land.
The least you can do is
if not, she might throw you under
it's their work. It's their intellectual property. Speak to them. But you don't steal 1 or 2 lines or sometimes even an entire line or chorus and twist it in certain ways. And I'm like, I beg.
Okay. So I get that I can feel your
It's clearly on his face.
Yeah, it's oozing.
It's annoying. He's talented.
But I'm just saying, Kwame Eugene is not an independent artist, right? So in as much as we are blaming him, can we talk about his label as well? Because the label sees these things going on, and they have decided to be quiet about it as well.
That's true. His management
he's signed to somebody who is managing his career. So if all of these things keep recurring,
if he says he's not doing it, can you force him?
Oh.
So he's
then okay. So here's a case. Let's say you signed an artist, and then people keep coming with these claims.
Yes,
would you not research and find out if the song is true?
Something.
And as far as handling the way she did it, I think it was actually perfect. Okay, it's a PR masterstroke.
You see it as a PR masterstroke. She sees it as petty.
No, look. You can call it petty or whatever, but at the end of the day, she's seeking to get attention. I didn't know who Baddest something was until yesterday.
Well, at least we got to know who she is.
Yeah, and she's racking up a lot of views just based on the conversations that happened. Now, for all we know, this could actually be something that was supposed to happen. They planned it. We don't know. It's
That's
entertainment.
also true.
All kinds of crazy stuff happen. People do things for their
People
attention,
ride
for
on
their
other
numbers.
people's things. Yeah.
Yes, to get people talking.
Yeah.
Of course, we see people, unless, but sometimes it just goes overboard, and then you find yourself at anchor for a few days, and you come back. That's one of the points. But these things happen. So I don't know what you guys.
You actually just you don't know what we're laughing at.
Why is it the anchor full?
Yeah.
The jail? Okay, sorry.
It goes overboard. Anchor full.
So these things happen, but I think she's actually done well by using that, because even when she was asked about it, she said, I picked it up from his book. I mean, it's a leaf from his book. If that is what he keeps doing, then let him have a taste of his own medicine.
Barry.
Yeah, Charlie, the whole fiasco is just back and forth and everything. It's fun though, but me, frankly speaking, like Hafiz rightfully stated, Kwame Eugene is a great artist, brilliant voice. But before this whole sampling thing started cropping up, I think even in Tamil I told you about this guy. Like, this guy is always biting here and there. I don't know why. I'm yet to see his real talent. Then that issue started coming up, and we started hearing it. And the thing is, look, for some of us music freaks, the moment you pick a line or a rhythm from a song that we listen why. So the moment you pick it, we identify it on the spot.
Was I the one that spotted
We are like Shazam on iPhone. We just pick it up and identify where it's from. And you see, the thing is, I think some of these new acts, they don't really go deeper and understand music before they start doing music. I think it's just about, let me pick this rhythm and start doing it. Thumbs up to Stoneboy, as you said. Reached out to legendary Alpha Blondie, asked for permission. Jerusalem is one of the biggest reggae songs in the world, and then he has been given the blessings and the go ahead. Do remix. This Nigerian guy, as you mentioned, Epi, came out some time ago and was talking about show body featuring Fowls. That is his idea, is his project. It's like, I mean, and for that one, I think Richie Mensah, the owner of Lynx, came out to, he wasn't so this and that and everything. And then Badek's Queen is out here now, Badek's Corner and all of that. But it's true. It actually doesn't really understand your level of creativity. It's like every now and then there's a line of this.
Look at what he's done to the one we used to sing Yoko Gari Jolo.
Really?
You go pick that thing.
Is it this francophone group?
It's not even Magic System. It's this guy from Cote d'Ivoire. It's one guy. You picked it up now. You have dropped it as a feature because it's a nice rhythm. We're not saying he's not talented. He has a good voice, but he keeps on picking here and there. And the thing is, you don't even give them credits. Mm-hmm. You don't even give them credit. When they ask you, they go and say you not talk to this person. This person doesn't know how to talk and that.
Manya, obviously it's VIPs,
mm-hmm.
but
you understand?
Wizkid give credit to VIP for that.
There's this song that what do you call it? Wizkid sample. You're the one by this American group, Sisters with Voice, SWV. He did it in one of his albums, Sounds from the Other Side. There was a proper, props to these groups. You are here. You think Ghana is a small country that nobody knows about?
And he's not the only one. Akwabwa.
Oh yeah, that guy recently also. I started identifying a couple of things.
You were the one that spotted one of the songs. I wasn't even.
No, she was happy about the song. We actually identified the original.
Mod?
Yeah.
No, the one.
You talked about the song. You talked about the real song, the song he did.
He translated news. Lie to me.
Was that the one you talked about? No, that wasn't the one. That wasn't Neo's one. Even prior to me, the one that
he translated it into the tree.
Yes, the essence was.
Can you imagine?
Michael Lenz to Rock's
And where's the creativity in there?
So if but the thing is, if you're not in music,
he changed the instrument.
So what? It's still the same thing. You just put it in Google Translate. It will give you back Neo's lyrics.
So they do these things, and sometimes, and you see that's the difference between Ghanaian artists and
Nigerians.
The Nigerians have taken the game to a whole other level.
Yes.
The likes of the new acts coming up, Joe Boy, Fireboy,
and recently Buju.
Trust me, a lot of them are getting gigs. Our boys here and
I don't get. You see, the thing with them is, I think they are strong on their originality.
Exactly.
Even if it's just 2 words, they are going to try.
Write on those 2 words and make a song out of it.
They will not take somebody's things to. But
what did Whiskey say on Joro? He said Joro till the song ended. We are here dancing to Joro.
Music. Look, you see, look at Putu. What Stoneboy did.
He said nothing.
So rubbish.
He said nothing.
I mean, rubbish in a good sense. There is no sensible. Okay, pray. But that is the rest we don't understand what he said.
Shatawale's Kakai. It's just hi.
Hi.
Now, what did he say in
Like
freedom?
Kaka.
No, what did he say in freedom?
Freedom. You see,
That guy has gone too far. What did he say in freedom? Shut up, freedom.
people
That's
do
all.
all kinds of things. That's just creativity.
For the record, thumbs up to Shatawale. He's one of the artists in Ghana that I've never heard any sampling.
No.
Like
That
a
one
song,
they
a sample. I've never. Even Sarkodie does sampling. In some of the chorus that he gets.
Does Stonebwoy do sampling?
No.
No, Stonebwoy no.
That guy actually.
Well, the first time he's trying to do it, he has sought permission from the man to go ahead to do the remix. But here I say we don't get talent. It's true. Shout out to Kim Promise.
Okay, let's just go on to
Did you just slaughter Kwame Eugene?
the way Maud is she's funny face. Boxer shorts and things in the psychiatric. Yeah.
What happened? He's wearing boxer shorts.
Marry the correct.
The advice. Anyway, Hafiz, you start.
Because you watch it. He says, I see my boxer shorts. It's dried. It's here.
No, but
God. It's a sad thing.
it's sad. I mean,
It's
if
sad.
you look at the way he started,
When he started, yes.
doing
Yeah.
stand up, he had this funny way of dancing. That sometimes when he's talking, he's not really that funny when he speaks, but
His mannerisms, yeah.
yes, the mannerisms, and sometimes when he realizes the room is dull, then
He finds a way of
he's-
lighting
yes,
it, yeah.
he asks the DJ to throw in a song, and then he has this funny dance routine he does, and he was doing something later on called Choco Trotro.
Yeah. One of
All
my
these little
favorites.
things.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was going places with this until it just went down the drain. And you're like, what happened? And every now and again, we saw him put up videos, and it just, with every video he put out, it just was worse than
Yes,
the
Sparks
yes,
of controversy.
worsening.
Than the other
and,
one.
And clearly you could see, for those, of course, the first two, some thought it was funny, but it just kept coming, and people were like, no. This is
It's
definitely
getting serious,
This
exactly.
is definitely a cry for help.
Exactly.
And there are underlying mental issues that need to be taken seriously. And because he was always embroiled in one controversy
Or the other, yeah.
Yes, and it just got out of hand. We've heard the stories about how it has to do with his. Basically, it's a family issue where issues surrounding his wife. The kids and
children,
everything. Because I remember reading one of the stories about when it started coming out, about where he put out this. I think he granted an interview and talked about his wife in not so pleasant manner. Yes, talked about how there were issues of infidelity, and that he's had to deal with people calling his wife names behind his back.
Yeah.
Some called her Temamoto
Motorway.
and everything because everyone was having their way with her and everything. So he's been through a lot, and that video he put out about now he's he's in mental,
He's receiving
yes, he's
treatment, yes.
let's hope he does. But for me, what's wrong is that it's not the first time
He's gone there.
He's been there, because the previous ones he's been there. It's almost like he went on a holiday,
Vacation.
with his phone and everything.
Vacation, yeah.
Yes, I would like to see a funny face where he's actually being attended to. Take away the phone. He's supposed to be away from the rest of the world.
Exactly.
Let's concentrate on recovery. Okay, all these snippets, these videos, don't exactly help.
That's true.
And because when someone does this, it's obviously attention they want. It's,
That's true.
Some sort of attention, and he doesn't need that right now. What he needs is support and the help he can get. Because he's been saying very funny stuff about, to the extent he said he was going to kill and kill himself in the process. And he just realized, this guy is really going through it. Well, whatever it is he's going through, we hope he gets the
necessary
help,
treatment. Yes.
It's not a nice thing to go through, especially when we talk about
mental health. It just brings to light the fact that it's not really seen as a big thing or important.
Exactly.
We don't place so much importance on
Some
it.
would see what he's doing, laugh about it, but if you actually ask the right questions, you realize, well, this is no laughing
There's
matter.
more to it. Yes.
There are underlying issues. There is more than just someone really going through that. So, but it's really sad, and also it brings to question about the sort of people, especially stand-up acts, comedy. If they tell you the sort of how many comedians that have actually attempted suicide or been through this route, Like I'm telling you, it's no joke.
That's true.
Yes, I mean, you would think people that have the ability to make you laugh, I mean, their personal lives will be fun. Or these are people when you hang out with, naturally, it will be exciting. But it's not like that 24/7. Exactly. There's the comedian and there's also the individual.
The real life they have to go through.
Yes, when you separate these two acts, I mean, the other person is not someone you want to interact with.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember when I was doing sports and radio. I mean, sometimes you just want to get away from life. But so in first person sees you like, hey, Charlie, when Black Stars they play, am I carrying around Black Stars? Okay, so you just want to have a want to have a decent conversation with someone and not talk football. But they see you and they, hey, Charlie, are you? You don't know anything. Why?
Are you his brother?
Exactly. So I remember one guy. I mean, I think after sports, I came out. He's just someone like, Charlie, there's something bothering me. I'm like, okay, what is it?
I'm sure you were thinking something big.
There's something really disturbing. I was like, okay, what? Aren't you worried the lack of Muslim boys in the squad? I mean, the Black Stars squad. I said, what is this? I'm like, Muslims. Okay, I'm like, okay, Muslims.
You're a Muslim.
Jordan, are you? There's Dede, are you?
There's
no, I'm talking about Zongo Muslim. That's what's troubling him.
He needs analysis.
No, so that is what was worrying his heart.
Right.
Hey.
That was what was worrying. Yeah, so
that's
it's nice to hear some of these things.
Mort, funny face. Final words.
Just like Hafiz said, I hope he's getting. I mean, we see him in the mental health institution. It's like we actually do hope this time around he will actually get the help that he very much needs, and he won't come back out and then have another relapse. Because it's like every time he goes in and then he comes out, it gets worse.
Yeah.
So prayers up for him, and I hope he does get better and marry the right woman.
Barry,
I think that's it. We really we just hope that he gets out of this one. And to top up to what Hafiz is about having a phone where you're supposed to be, receiving treatment and everything. I think even some of the celebs who go to visit him should be prevented, because they go there and they take all selfies and everything. Well, here what's funny and everything. I mean, what are you looking for? Is it your likes you're looking to increase, or your followers, or it's funny you're actually looking to exactly? You get me? So I think all of these things should be prevented. I mean, the guy started off on a good note, and this whole thing started with the first wife, the police he got married to, and escalated to the mother of the twins, and I think the friends that he also associates himself with. I think they should, after this one, they should be scrutinized and screened, and we just hope he pulls through, because all the videos and this and that, honestly, and he was diagnosed with bipolar. Per the reports. I don't know how genuine that is or how true that is, but some of the articles, showed that he was diagnosed with bipolar and everything. But we just pray that he gets out of it. Yeah.
But you see, even in the
the video
he was saying that he was advising you on where to choose wisely. Charlie. Okay.
Well,
you're part
Emmanuel,
of the. Don't call
so
this Emmanuel.
This goes to all of you. Please take notes.
Emmanuel,
okay, thank you guys so
Scarlett.
much.
Don't follow Botos.
Maud, we're going on to what's on and what's new right about now. Thank you guys so much. They shouldn't follow. We're just going to follow what's on and what's new.
What's on?
Okay, so the first thing we have on is a stage play that is taking place at the National Theatre. The play is titled Ayiyi, and it uses a story of Anansi and the pot of wisdom as a metaphor to highlight the richness of our culture, the Ghanaian culture, our traditions, and our values. The scenes and acts from Ayiyi are created from music,